What is going on, fam? Hope you're all having a great day, afternoon, or evening. We are coming at you with another video, and in this video we're going to be talking about Destiny 2. More importantly, the changes that are coming to Eververse. Now let's get started. I am super excited about these changes. Eververse has kind of always had some backlash to her. She means well. She just wants to bring you a bunch of stuff, but the whole way it works out hasn't always been the best. But with these changes, there's going to be a lot of stuff that are going to be changing, which is really cool. So first off, we're going to be talking about how the armor from Eververse, the way the armor is going to be working in the future, you are now going to be able to use these armor as ornaments. So the biggest thing that they're talking about here is that the Eververse armor sets didn't have good perks. So they didn't want people to not get the armor because it didn't have good perks, or not use the armor because it didn't have perks. Because a lot of times when you go in and you see the armor that you get from Eververse, a lot of times if it doesn't have like hand cannon loader perks, you didn't use it or you didn't want to use it. So they're going to be moving away with that. So they're going to be done with that. As of September, all Eververse armor is being converted into universal ornaments. These universal ornaments can be applied to all of the legendary armor sets they're releasing in the fall. They override the look of your equipped gear, preserving the perks, mods, and stats of the original item. And this is how it's going to look. So when you go in to the armor, so your armor that you have, starting in September, you can now equip an ornament to look like the armor that Eververse sold. And all of the previous ones that you have in your inventory that you've had previously will get converted into ornaments. That is awesome. I'm so excited for this change, just because there are some Eververse items that I really like, but I don't use them for the main reasons that they said. They don't have the perks that I want, or something else has a mod on it, like taken armaments or fallen armaments, and I don't want to delete it because it has really good perks, and I don't want to lose that mod because those mods are very hard to come by. So this change is pretty awesome. Now in September, I am going to end up losing that gear, but no matter, it's no big deal. I end up getting some more. But this is a really cool change. It's honestly one of the reasons why I really like World of Warcraft, because they have a transmog system where you kind of change your armor to what you want it to look like from other armor types. So this change is very similar to that, and I am all about it, and I'm really excited for it. Now, the next change is going to be coming to Bright Dust. So Bright Dust, they talk about the way you were able to earn Bright Dust in the past was going through and doing the bounties from Eververse, or by dismantling stuff to get Bright Dust. So the biggest thing that they want to do is kind of move from Bright Dust. So what they're going to be doing, not move from Bright Dust, but give Bright Dust a better use, instead of always trying to save it up to get the Warlock Dire Armor Kara helmet, or just trying to save it up for certain things that you want to buy. So in the fall, what they're doing is they're changing Bright Dust from a pay or play to earn currency to a play to earn reward. So they're adding Bright Dust as a reward for completing Vanguard, Crucible, and Gambit bounties. I think that's pretty sweet. What they want is for players to earn dust for playing, not for spending money or by destroying a bunch of items in their inventory. So after you complete all your bounties for the week, there will be additional avenue to keep grinding out Bright Dust. That is pretty sweet. And that's not even the biggest change that is coming to Bright Dust. So the Eververse items. So let's go back. So now what they're saying is it's pretty uncool to go to collection screen and spend Bright Dust to get shaders or ghost shells or whatever. So they're going to fix that. So in September, Eververse items in your collections will cost glimmer and legendary shards, kind of like all your armor and weapons that when you buy those in there as well. So very similar to that. And then if you want to keep pulling out that exotic sparrow, all you got to do is just spend legendary shards and glimmer. Now there's some other changes coming in, and these are the changes that I'm really excited about. Because they're changing the cost for pulling out things in the collections, Eververse items will no longer dismantle into Bright Dust. Okay, now you could think that this is a bad thing, but with the Bright Dust being earned from bounties, again, we don't know how much Bright Dust you'll get from the bounties, but there will be those avenues to get Bright Dust again. But look here. This fall, Eververse items will dismantle the legendary shards and glimmer. So that could be good because sometimes, and I know I have some friends and some viewers who talk about they're always low on legendary shards, but if you can get legendary shards from breaking down sparrows or ships and all of that, this is a good way to get some legendary shards, which is really, really cool. That means right now the absolute best way, best thing you can do with all your Eververse items, you don't use is to dismantle them. So that way you can stockpile your Eververse, your Bright Dust all the way up. So that way, if you're like me, sitting on a bunch of Metro ships, they're just talking about just shard them. And it is true. I do have a bunch of shaders that I just don't want to get rid of because I maybe will use them someday, but I don't want to get rid of them. I'm a hoarder, okay? I'm gonna be honest with you. And so the best thing is just to get rid of those shards, to get rid of them just to get the shards, from those. So they're saying everything must go, dismantle the extra stuff in your inventory, build up a huge amount of Bright Dust, and spend it on sweet stuff as it rolls through the Eververse store, because in September it is all going to change. Now this is really, really cool because now you can get Bright Dust just from doing everything you do in the game, which is really nice because a lot of people, that you see, a lot of people, their biggest thing about Eververse was that it was like a pay to earn currency. You had to pay money to really get all this stuff, and that Bright Dust wasn't really something that you got that much of. You do get it from breaking down stuff, but there just was that kind of backlash there. So this is kind of cool where you get a lot more Bright Dust just from doing bounties. And again, we don't know how much that's going to be, but if you do go through and play the game and you do a lot of bounties, like I do bounties on almost all my characters. I get them all done every single week. This is a good way just to collect a bunch of Bright Dust and be able to buy stuff. Then I can just break it down into shards, which would be really cool. So the biggest things here is all Eververse armor, the new and armor you've already acquired, is going to be converted into universal ornaments. Universal ornaments can be attached to the newly acquired legendary armor, and this is going to be the armor accumulated in Shadow Keep in September. And then Bright Dust is going to come from bounties, not dismantling things you spent money on. And then Eververse items can now be pulled from your collections for glimmer and legendary shards. So this is kind of nice. I'm actually really, 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 really excited about these changes to Eververse. I think it's awesome. I think they're moving forward. Since Bungie split from Activision, I think they're just trying to get away from a lot of the pay into the game. And again, there's probably still going to have items in the store. I don't think they're going to be getting rid of the silver and all of that. I'm sure that's still going to be in the store, but they are giving players who don't want to pay better ways to accumulate Bright Dust and to buy stuff from Eververse. And breaking all this stuff into legendary shards and glimmer, I think it's really cool because sometimes you just get a bunch of stuff and you're running low on glimmer or legendary shards, and it's a good way to accumulate those. So yeah, that's it for this video. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Are you excited about these changes? Are you not excited about these changes? What are you most looking forward to? Personally, I am very, very excited about these changes, and I am looking forward to them. But again, that's the end of this video. So hopefully y'all enjoyed it. If you did, please hit that like button. Also hit that subscribe button. Trigger those notifications. That way you know when we have other videos coming out. And hopefully we see you for the next one. If we don't, have a great day, afternoon, or evening. Like always, stay safe, stay gorgeous, and we'll see you all next time.